Alright, more knowledge. Yeah, looking at the theory of evolution thing, right? I see it pointed out that this is going the backwards idea, right? But I failed to notice that in a lot of these pictures, right, the one of the blokes is carrying a spear. So as we know, right, the spear is basically symbolic of the syringe. So you can see, how that fits in with this particular illustration. You know what I mean? If you go that way, like if you go left or right, obviously it's meant to be, it's meant to be that this is the solution to the problem of being a natural monkey man type of thing, right? So the syringe takes in there, makes an appearance there, right? Of course, if you go another way, it's back to chimpanzee times, right? So evolution is like again dualistic as all that stuff is, right? But I thought I'd better look at the theory of evolution, like. So of course, the scientific theory idea, right? So anytime you have any science idea, you're talking about the cane for a start. You're talking about the trans, the whole science idea is trans related, you know. Of course, in watching animal evolve over millions of years, right? It's garbage. And when you have evolution, right? Evolution. So when you have a solution, right? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances, right? Solute and a solvent. So again, this is relating to the trans idea. And the solution is basically the liquid, right? The substance. So you're talking about you've got a syringe, and this is what you inject through the syringe is the solution, right? So it becomes the solution to the problem, right? So obviously it works, the word works and then wait. So it's in there. It's a liquid, yes, liquid thing, and also a means of solving a problem, right? So that's how they view natural people. Is it like a problem, sonic, evil in that as we're not. So it's evolution, see, evolution. The way of dealing with the problem of evil, as they say it, right? And of course, right, evolution, right, is the love backwards, the love, and obviously, love is basically, what Jesus was all about and all that, the love. And as I've pointed out a couple of times, that's what they call the T program, Listen to all the pop songs and that. And 5247, right? He created the male and female and blessed them, right? Of course, you can interpret this in two ways, dualistically, Some people interpret it, like they try and use this, for example, when they're talking about trans issues and that, these type of fake outrage against trans issues, and they're always quoting this phrase and that. He created, as if there was a God and that, he created the male and female. Of course, you can read it the other way. He created the male and female, at the same time, and blessed them. So basically, that's the true code in this, right? He created transes and blessed the transes, right? But he didn't bless the natural ones. He blessed the transes. Right? We see the syringe representation. So that's basically what they think of naturals and that type of thing. The creator God. So you got like the 7 and the 4, which makes 11. Nothing, like 0, nothing in between. You know what I mean? pillars idea and all that, right? Of course, these ideas as well, they formed the man from dust, like the dust idea is again like a sort of, scientific compound stuff, the dust is similar to the solution idea and all that. So they're always going on about pollution, right? And again, this is very coded. You got the two pillars, right? In the pool, the pool is again the syringe, right? And the, relating to the solution and the evolution ideas, right? So pollution is the introduction of contaminants in the natural environment that cause change, right? So again, it's basically relating the idea of the trans, right? But of course, in the profane manner, they're always trying to convince people that there's all pollution everywhere, and that you can't sort of swim in a lake or a sea, and like all stuff like this. There's pollution on the vegetables, what you get out of the ground, everything. They're always trying to make people worried about such stuff as that. Right? Of course, just total pillars, representation straight away in all the photographs. So you see what it's about, totally coded. But they're always trying to worry people with ideas about pollutions and contaminants and all that, because obviously it makes for neurotic mind states and all that. See what I'm saying? Then of course you have this, which is solution is basically this is a direct reference to the tea drinking program, right? The solution to the problem, right? But it's not as in the profane version, obviously, There's obviously the use of the hex in this is all you need to know, right? We've even got here, right? This was the official code name, right? So, the idea of the code, it's obviously got the double meanings in it, right? And the solution is the drink, is the liquid, Of course, the barber, the barber was the pool, the pool. So you know what it's about. Barbers were sort of known as the castrators at a certain point in that. Again, this is basically total hex, but it's relating to the tea drinking program, right? It coded in. And there's a tea drink I called it, see what I'm saying? It's like a wrestler or something, it's called that. Obviously uses the solution, drinks the solution or injects the solution, see what I mean? This sort of formula, like a scientific chemistry formula, solve at coagula. Of course, it's reducing the solid to vapor and then condensing the vapor to solidity. So again, it's the day with tea drinking program, because obviously this is what's written on that Baphomet statue and that, not the statue, maybe it's the picture, Of course, Marilyn Manson's got it written on his poems. I mean, if that doesn't look like a trans, what does, you know what I mean? The Caligula idea again will be based off that anyway, you know what I mean? But yeah. Again, it's the solution idea, right? And in that Book of Revelations thing, right? You've got the by the William Blake and that, and it says clothed with the sun, it says the woman clothed with the sun, right? So obviously the soul is the sun. So it's clothed with the tea drinking, And the transmutation. Of course it creates transmutation. 100%. So of course, yeah, Sol Invictus. And the invincible idea, like invincible as in like the way they've got the system, the way the system's set up, they stood on invincible type of ground, where they can't be beaten type of thing, because it's like their system, see. So it's like, Sol in Invictus. Of course, there's the spikes, all over the thing there. There's more sort of spikes in the wheel. There's the horns idea again, there's the spikes. So always the same type of chords. The horses about and all that. Always referring to the hormone use. 100%. The conquered sun. That type of idea, leads directly to the Kent Invicta. Right? And legend states this meeting took place on the old Roman road to London. And Watling Street, of course, Wat is basically the Tav backwards, the Tav. And conquered Rome Invicta and Kent. And what were a Count Invicta is frequently used term within Kent. And of course Kent, the horse. Horse and serpent is always here connected in the Bible and that. But of course they get the hormones out of the horse. And the white horse of Kent. Of course, where the Duke of Kent is, of course. The Royal Alpha Lodge, I am the Alpha and the Omega. Here you've got here that interpretation of Dan being a serpent. Dan will provide justice for Israel and be a serpent along the roadside viper that would bite at the horse's heel. So again, this is something to do with the tea program. Of course, the horse and the serpent, because to get the hormones, put it in the injection thing, so they're going to go together type of thing, like that. Horse and serpent, that's basically symbolise the tea program, Of course, we see here the same type of ideas as in all the other stuff, caduceus, etc. Of course, the pot must have tea juice in. The pot's got the solution in, and they've got the coiled, ready to plunge the liquid in the veins and that. And again, it's always the same type of imagery in that. Again, like the mast, basically. The mast on the ship, basically, another type of syringe idea. The snake makes way for the horse. Again, it's coated around this stuff. The scales of justice. Of course, the idea of like a serpent has